All right, so here's what we got today. Battery died on the last recording, but it died right before I put on this grapple, so I got to finish putting on the grapple. I'm gonna try to take out a couple of roots. Actually, I'm gonna try to take out a straight line of roots all the way back, and then I think that's it. I'm just gonna take a straight line all the way back, clear out the spot for the fence line on this right side, and run the tractor down through it just to try to level it out. And that'll be project for the day with the equipment. I gotta obviously get this grapple pin on here and get that going. I did notice another leak as I came out, so when you look up in here, you can see that we got some oil coming through. So where's it coming from? You trace it back, you see the gnat sticking all the way on, trace it up, and you can see where it's coming down from here. So that top cylinder up there is leaking a little bit. Not a lot, because it's not pooling out. It actually is not coming out of here. It's just, actually it might be. It's kind of pooling right there. So as you can see, it's pooling back there. And we're gonna have to get that repacked too. So we're gonna throw this pin on, get this grapple to work for the first time. That bucket was good, but it disturbs too much soil. So I want to try to disturb the least amount of soil as possible as I'm getting these roots out. So we're gonna give this a shot and then smooth it out, and then after that, I typically, I move it around year to year, but I try to find a spot that I want to get some solid growth out of, and I'll do a burn. So I'll do a prescribed burn just to get in and clear out some of the thatch. But I'll explain all that if I get to it today. But yeah, so we'll do some stumps, clear it out, smooth it out, and then I'll probably just do the front yard, burn out all of the thatch and weeds and stuff like that, but we'll explain that later. It's the last week of March, things starting to come to life. You see I got these fruit trees planted around the perimeter of the property, so they starting to wake up. And yeah, we're gonna get it in today. So so first things first is getting this pin on here. It's pretty heavy, so I gotta first figure out how I'm gonna lift it up to get it in the right spot. But before I do that, I'm gonna go ahead and try to get this off so I can pull that pin out. So my 3/4 should be fine for that. So grab my 3/4. Actually, I might try to use this here just to speed up the process. So we'll get this pin out, get this on, check our fluids, make sure we feel good about our fluids, and check the oil, bleed the gas. You can get all the trash out the gas, whatever. All right, so let's see here. Ain't that easy. I like easy. I like easy. So yeah, before I crank her up, and then I'm gonna put a camera up top, just so as I'm working with this, we can just record stuff coming through directly from the outside versus being on my head, moving as I move. So we'll get this out the way. It's a big pin. That's heavy too. That's probably like a good 20 pounds. It's a good 20 pound, man. Yeah, feel like 20 pounds of me. Might be 15, but it's solid. Stick of brass. sticker, bruh. I got more scars on my legs than you could imagine from walking through the fields, getting caught up in them. But like most things, it builds character. So that's what I tell myself. All right, so this is gonna be interesting because that damn thing heavy. But that's a distraction. So back to what we talking about is getting this damn pin up. And I don't want to, I mean, it ain't that heavy, but I just don't got a leverage point to grab it. So maybe if I get up here and lift it. Problem is I can't get in a good position to lift it. Okay. Okay. Alright. Better than I thought. You're doing better than you thought, buddy. Alright. So we might be in business. That was easier than I thought. Alright, so how are we gonna do this? I need to position this so that slide down and throw that pin back in there. Alright, well, let's see what we got. Let me crank her up. From the last video, you know, I had a battery problem and I did not check it before I left. So ain't no telling what we got. I don't feel like taking all that off, but I do really need to check. Actually, I can just take this off, actually. I need to see what my bolt's doing. All right, let's see. I bought both of them just because I couldn't remember which one I liked. So first one, it's a simple one. Just check the volts on them. And I got my positive here, my negative. And let's see, 12.66. So she held up. So we got fire. So I'm not sure what caused it to drain down the first time, but as of right now, this was the problem one. That one stayed up, but this one I got down to 8.5. So not sure what caused that to drain down, but we got it solved now and it's holding at 12.6. It was at 12.7 when I brought it here last week, but 12.6 is fine, so we good. All right, so that problem is not a problem. That potential problem is not a problem. Let's get this back in here. So we'll crank her up. Fire right up. The way I like it. Let it slow on. All right, now let's figure out how we gonna get this pin down. I think that should be close. Let's see. And I kept it on low so I can turn it straight off. I mean, as you can see, it's my second time really driving this thing, so I'm playing real nice with it just because, you know, I'm learning the machine. So so, you know, over the course of the next week or so, you'll see my stick game improve. Pause. But as expected, it's gonna take me a minute. It's gonna take me a minute to learn how to drive this beautiful thing. All right. Pin. Got a little funk to throw on her. We're gonna see if we can get this in here. Look like. It's in there pretty damn good. That ain't gonna work, fellas. It's the right depth, but I gotta come forward. See that little lip right there? I gotta come forward. And I'm not really convinced. I'm not really convinced that this is the one I wanted anyway. But we're gonna see. So I gotta figure out how to get that to come forward. I shouldn't have put this right here. So I'm gonna have to keep moving it. Alright, let's think through this. Again, learning as I go. Just like everything else in my life. I think that should have did it, boys and girls. I think that did it, boys and girls. Hit it up just a touch. I think we can get her in there. I think we can do it. No, might be too far. It might be too far. Because you can see I got a little bit of a lip right there, but that shouldn't. Hold on, ain't no way it gotta be that perfect. Ain't no way it gotta be that perfect. Let's see if we can grease our ass up. I might just put this damn hydraulic fluid on. Let's see if we can do that. That might be a horrible idea, boys. I don't know. But we'll find out. One way or another. One way or another. Yeah. She got it perfect. God damn. Yeah, gotta be perfect. Which is hard to do. It look like it's moving. Now go forward. Well, it's taking longer than I thought. But do it right. Shit, I need a reel. Let me go get this sledgehammer. gotta move it, cause you're hitting iron. You gotta move it forward, cause you're stuck on that lip right there. You gotta move it forward. There we go. There we go. I think that's the money. I think that's the money, boys. That is the money. Come on, little girl. Yeah. Yes, sir. We in business. We are in business. Easy. I actually don't think that makes sense to me. I would love to see a washer on that son of a bitch. Ain't no way. To me, it seemed like I should have a washer on here. Let me go see if I can find a washer somewhere. And that definitely needs to be used. See if I can find a washer real quick. Just gonna let it be. But we need a washer ASAP, because they ain't fitting the way I like them to fit. I mean, really, this is just to hold it on, so you don't need it to be but so tight anyway. But I just don't like the idea of that sitting on there like that. I might even try to hand tighten it, just because that's not what it's on here for. It's really just on here to keep that pin from coming out. And if I tighten it too much, it might pull it down in there. So we'll just go ahead and tighten this until I can give me 2 washers. Give me 2 washers and then we get back to it.